And welcome back, YouTube. So this is effectively the second part of the Factorio stream. In the last stream, we went ahead and finished making my initial furnace setup. So now it's time to start to build some actual industry. How do I want to do the power? Let's keep the power in the center like I have the last one. So the first part of industry is going to be gears. I'm going to run gears on the belt. On the bus. So that does mean I need to have pretty durable backbone to make it work. What's the ratio on these? These are the ratio 2 to 1 every half second. So I probably need 2 inputs, 1 output. Needs to run fast enough. Keep the outputs running fast enough. Okay, and to get it where I want on the bus, I'll need 2 undergrounds. So technically don't need a splitter here, but I'm going to run a splitter here. I suspect at some point this will get up to a lot of lines of gears, because gears get used pretty heavily. Okay, so that does not have enough copper inbound. Keep that lit, that's fine. With that, next thing to do will be actually to build ourselves some science. Usually the way I balance science is such that I'm making what would be 1 science per minute, or yeah, one science per second if assembly machines had assembly machine or head crafting speed 1. Obviously none of them do. They start with a default of a half. So in this situation, I'm actually going to basically be aiming for half science pack per second. So that means 5 assembly machines worth of red science needs to be produced. Red science packs take 2 types of material in. I'll need some underground to move the stuff over. Pretty much underground, we'll need a couple splitters. And I need more copper metal. That's probably enough, at least for the inventory. We'll try to get everything being built by the factory soon, and not built by me, the player. When I'm out of power poles. Oh, I need more inserts. And more build. Nope. Why do we have a burnout? What happened to my generators to cause a burnout? We have no coal. That would cause a burnout, yeah. My guess is the mine probably ran dry. That's easy to fix. And easy to prevent from happening again, hopefully. We'll grab some coal for the jump starting. I say that and then probably use all my coal that I was going to use in the jump starting, but, whoops, oh well. Yeah, so it looks like the coal mine ran out. No coal, the coal mine means no coal for the power plant. I want to go one further forward than that. Probably have more wood than I need, so what I can do is I can just chuck wood in the boilers to get them going. Or I can nick the coal out of you. So that should restart it from the blackout situation. It should probably have enough power production to probably start up from the brownout situation it's in right now. And then I can get back to what I was working on. Why it slowly handles that problem. Why? Oh, I see. Got the bit in the middle. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. If you got the bit in the middle, it doesn't work. Okay, and these research at speed of 1. And yeah, research is going to be like consume 1 every 10 seconds, so we probably want like 5 labs early on. So let's get the lab set up. I mean, at this point, it's gone fully out of brownout situation. We'll just overstock it with coal to make sure it doesn't do it again anytime soon. Anyway, this will be a bit of a arbitrary place for the labs, but that's probably fine when it comes to the labs. I'll do 6 because it'll be more even of a looking setup. And then we need more belts. And we'll track this in, we'll get red science going. Only an hour and 10, hour 15 into the run, we'll have fully automated red. Probably very quickly followed up with green. Nope, that wasn't the one. I want to grab you. Wait, what did I screw up? Oh, I see where I screwed up. To make it not work. And there we go. So with that, we should have fully automated red. Okay, the next thing I probably want to automate is belts and inserters. One gear wheel every half second. Okay. Okay, that's not that bad. I want to run gear maker, belt maker, gear maker, belt maker. One gets boxed, the other gets belted. So there's radars being researched. We'll probably want repair packs sooner rather than later. Now that radars are done, I will want to build some radars. Where's the radars? There's the radars. Highlight it for me. Build me 2 radars, please. One for the east, one for the west. Okay, there's the repair packs invented. Stone walls next, please. all the research done, so queue these up to go through them all. I'll actually do green next. Green, green steel. Oh, let's just craft steel tools now. We will want heavy armor. Might as well grab lights and inserters. Which point is everything here queued? Yeah, everything's except for the weapon stuff, so do the weapons next. Hopefully by then, when the queue comes off of queue, I'll have sorted out the green science. So that's what the second assembler here is for. Second assembler will be making what I need for green. The first one's for myself. Suppose before I get way too many belts, let's only have it do 2 stacks of belts, please. And while that's getting started, let's go ahead and set up these radars. So I hopefully get a little bit of warning before person fighter chews my face off. Pollution's mostly limited to our circle at the moment. And we'll set the other one up. Well, I suppose if I wanted to be really square, I could set it up about here and run power over to it. So I was going to set it up where my old research setup was, but looking at the catchment area for it, I decided to set it up a little farther away. So that will keep this entire area permanently revealed on the map level, while they'll actively search out more territory. How's the power looking? Probably coming up in time to double the power output again. So I'll double it instead of just increasing it a little bit. So what we want is 4 of those, 2 of those, 4 of those. That should be enough. And then the next thing I need to start contemplating after that is going to be setting up assemblers, which will be the first thing to use electronic circuits. What's the rate we make electronic circuits at? Okay, enough I could direct feed, but I don't... Well, you don't want to bust around copper, but it's one of those where it's like, okay, I want to run 2 factories. No, not 2. So you make 2 for every one of you, but you eat 3. So what? I want 3 to 2. 3 to 2. And then... Okay, that... Yeah, it'll be a bit weird if I'm trying to direct feed it like I've done on the belt making, so I'm gonna... Electric circuits eventually is going to be something that goes on the bus anyway, so I'm gonna have to make the bus bit of electric circuits. So 3 to 2, and then I think I want... Yeah, I want 2. So... 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, plus the iron gear wheels, which is 2, plus I need to actually make the... Okay, something like that. If I've done the math wrong, I'll just have to make more later, so it's not the end of the world if the math's a little off at the moment. if you were very careful listening to the steam engines, you would have just heard them very rapidly slow down to a much lower huff puff, because we are using only about half the capacity now. Heavy armor's coming along fine. This is a little bit of a slower tech, so we do technically have more research capacity, well, more beakers going in than we're using. I think that's fine for the moment. How do I want to do this? 1 inserter, 2 outserters. Then you're going to need everything. Probably a good way to describe you. You're going to need everything. Okay. Look at where the red outserter. Okay, so we can do... Here's where the mess begins. Oop, I don't have enough inserters to start setting my inserter setup up. Inserters for my inserters. Nope, oh, that's the wrong one. I'm skipping steps. There we go. So copper comes in the top, iron comes in the bottom. The long handle inserters will ship out the product. Is this an ideal way of doing it? Probably not. Is this the way I'm spaghettiing it? Yes. Let's do our... Want to come out here. get some splitters going, because I need a bunch of splitters to get this to work. We should soon have green circuit boards going. Very small production of green circuit boards, but green circuit boards. There, there, and there. That. My not exactly spaghetti setup of running green circuit board should be working. The next thing will be making the inserter location. For the inserter location, I'm going to leave at least one space. I'm going to be taking in two things, gears and circuit boards. Then we will need probably 2 assembly machines working on this. One will be boxed, one will be belted. So this is one place we're going to have a little bit of spaghetti fun. Because I want to be able to expand this out leftward, but at the same time I don't want to sort of cut it off with what will effectively be the input for my green science. You know, I know it won't be expanding the inserters very much, so that'll be fine there. So, once we get to that hooked up, we should be ready to work on building green science. How's the pollution going? Okay, so our exploration via radar has told us that our pollution has not reached the biters anywhere, which is good. Why am I? No, don't queue up transport belts. We've got a whole box of them. Just pick them up. I have to tell myself what to do. I should probably, if I'm going to want this to work... Actually, I will need to on this one guy. Start putting down the inserters. And then put the splitters in. Okay, projectile damage, not bad. I think we got one more red research, and we'll be all done with the red research. Just in time for what will hopefully be when our green research comes online. Now I should just be able to walk by, whoops. Before we let the base consume all of my copper and iron making inserters, let's limit the inserters. So now I can just walk by and pick up inserters whenever I need them. And we have red and green. Off to a lovely start. Probably the next step is to get various other things on construction line so that they build without me needing to queue them up. Probably assembly machines and electric mining drills next, which require very similar inputs. So I should be able to plumb them in the same way. In fact, arguably require very similar inputs to what I just did. Which is immediately telling me I don't have enough gear production. So actually, before we do that, more gears will need to be made, and more iron. Maybe not more gears are needed, but gear production is needed, but maybe just more iron. But either way, more gears will be made. we don't have enough throughput, then it is not enough iron. Which is in theory an easy thing to fix. In practice, maybe more complicated. Okay, so in practice, it's probably we're starting to run our... A few mines we put down are starting to run out, which probably means I should go check up on the coal mine soon. It'd be a shame if that ran out again. Nope, that's not run out again, but best put more mines there while I'm thinking about it before it does. Power's looking fine, just over half consumption. This is one of the reasons why I want to automate this. As you can see, waiting around for things like mining drills, when you're doing a lot of thinking is fine, but when you're like, I know what I want to do, and you're just waiting for it, it's terrible. And the solution to that is to automate that away, which we will do as soon as we sort out our gear problems. Which apparently are probably not actually gear problems, they're probably iron problems. We probably don't have enough iron coming in. Even with that fix, we probably don't have enough iron coming in. Because what, I think that just installed 3 more iron mines. So we were down 3, we're now up 3. So I'm missing, oh, I'm actually missing copper. Go grab copper from the manual copper mine. Well, I can go back to hand assembling another batch of mining drills. Okay, let's assume for a moment that's enough iron. It probably isn't, but let's assume. I want to get it set up so that we're automating assembling machines and mining drills. Those use the same inputs as our inserters right here. So we should be able to just jump here and set them up here. So those 2, anything else we want to automate? Boilers and furnaces and steam engines are usually not that bad to do manually. Labs, similarly. We're done with the research. Well, actually, no, we're not done with the research. We already have green set up. I should start the green researches going. What green ones do not use steel? You use steel. You don't use steel, so we could do you. Landfill. Not that desperate. You use steel. Hopefully don't need circuit network yet. Engines definitely use steel. Tool belt. Yeah, start tool belt research. Steel. No steel. I suppose I could queue up red as well. And then bullets. We can upgrade the bullets. Okay. We'll revisit it. If we're not ready for steel, I will start queuing up bullet researches. So you're going to be mining drills, you're going to be assembling machines. Hopefully only need one stack of each at a given time. And that will require some long-handed inserters. And then I just need to build the connector to make it connected. Okay, it looks like, yeah, it's still an iron problem. The iron in the later stages is working just because we have some bypass, so it doesn't automatically all get nommed by the gear production. But the gear production is very happily nominatable right now. Doesn't quite look like it's a backup issue. Probably means we could still put more iron mines down. And make more iron. Give another 10 iron mines. Oh, I'll put a coal mine down as well. Put 2 coal mine down as well, so we don't run out of fuel to fuel the smelting. Power looking fine. Power is still fine. Yes, going into a little bit of spaghetti going into the mining here, but it'll be fine with the mining. Okay. So now we can see our limit is no longer the mining. The limit is now the throughput of the furnace stack. Though the gears are starting to back up, so that's a good sign. Maybe it's starting to back up. What is the next thing I want to build? Well, I suppose if I think I've solved the iron problem, the next problem would be to Make steel. Yeah, steel's probably next. I suppose I could also queue up radar production, but I definitely don't need a stack of radars. Hopefully. Hopefully don't need a stack of radars. What is the iron to steel ratio? Okay, so it looks like a full stack of these would fuel a full stack of these. Which is still a lot, but maybe not as bad as I was thinking. Okay, so to do that, I'm gonna need... What is this? This is 12. 12 by 2, so 24. Means I'll need 48 of these. I've got 10 in the inventory. That'll bring us to 30. Oh, I need 40, so 48. Something like that should be enough. Again, we want to put some space between them. 1, 2, 3, 4, something like there. Then I'm gonna get the furnace and intake. So if I do that as the output, that'll be fine. It'll be a bit backwards in comparison to the other ones, but that's fine. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And much like copper, hopefully for quite a while, this will be overkill. But this also explains why you never have enough iron, because once you think you've got enough iron, then steel says, hey, I'd like some iron too, please. And it's probably, you can see, my furnace setups are not set up to fill the belt. They're set up to accept a belt, which is maybe a good way to think about the math. Oh, we just finished the first green science. Okay. We now have the tool belt technology. I'm not noticing any differences. Oh, this was a little bit differences over here that I wasn't making attention of. We now have the ability to do upgrade planners and blueprints and stuff like that. Okay. I don't need... I came over here for more belt. Thank you for 200 more belt. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, make me some power poles. And borrow some iron, or borrow some copper from the furnaces for the next round of power poles. There's our automation tank done. I think everything else in here to really get good use of, well, except maybe the landfill. Everything else in here is going to be either repeatables, so I might actually grab a couple of repeatables. Might queue these guys up. But a lot of these are basically going to be go ahead and require steel to make good use of, right? So steel furnace obviously requires steel. Piercing rounds requires steel. Okay, grenades don't, but a lot of these are steel-based techs, which is why we're developing steel right now. Nope, I need more belts. Yeah, and the thing that we appear not to have enough throughput of is gears, and gears would go faster if we had more iron. But that's kind of everything in Factorio. More iron, more iron, more iron. We demand more iron. Right up until you start getting to the real advanced stuff, and then it's like, oh, you know that other thing you haven't been paying attention to? Yeah, we need more of that too. Because usually you probably overbuild it early on, right? So you either overbuilt the copper, and then you finally reach the point where you're not overbuilt anymore, and it's like a surprise that you're not overbuilt anymore. It's like, what? Need more of what? No, that electric pole does not need a iron ore. Well, I prepared ahead for that. Mine ran out of coal. Okay, so we got the iron to steel going. Now let's get the iron for the steel going, so let's get the furnaces that turn it into steel going. Oh, and I'm out of inserts. Let's go pick up some inserters. We'll grab the inserters. And we'll grab... Okay, well, we didn't grab very many assembly machines, but we did grab a miner, grab a bunch of miners. And with that, we have steel set up. So we actually have a steel supply. Looking at the time, we'll probably start building things with steel in the next episode. I'm just going to go ahead and expand the mine so that we hopefully don't have any coal problems during the next episode. Expand both mines. And then I'll end the episode. So I hope if you've been watching this on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying this. If you're watching this on Twitch, this will not be the end of the stream. I'm going to take a short break between recording parts, but I will continue recording after a short break. Either way, if you have suggestions on what to do better, or suggestions on explanations for why I'm doing things certain ways, feel free to leave that in the comments. Like there is a reason why I am doing putting a space between every furnace, for example, right? So that's actually preparing to make it easier to transition to electric if I decide to transition to electric electric eventually. And stuff like that. So if you're wondering why I'm doing things certain ways, feel free to leave that in the comments, whether that's in Steam or in Twitch or YouTube. If you figure out how to put this in comments in Steam, do that, because I'd be wondering how you did it. Because I don't think this is showing on Steam. And as soon as I get this coal mine set up, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream by saving the game and ending the recording. Okay, so that should be enough coal set up on that line to fuel the power, or fuel the industry. I think early next episode we will be expanding the boiler setup again, as we're reaching power yields. And then probably expanding the iron mine again, because we split off half the iron to go make steel, so now we probably don't have enough iron to make everything we're making out of iron. So yeah, looking at the time, this is where I'm going to go ahead and put the part and do the save. If you've been enjoying this on YouTube, feel free to let me know with a comment, or at least subscribe so YouTube will tell you when the next episode comes up. It'll probably be up tomorrow, but we'll find out together if that actually happens. And if you're watching on Twitch, hang around. Just gonna quickly take a quick stretch break because I haven't been moving from a chair for the last hour. So it's time for me to get a quick stretch in. So I'll be right back.